going on, guys? Let's get academics and Wayno back here on Everyday Struggle. What's good, my friends?
What's good? What's the deal? Good morning.
Is that a Red Bull soccer jersey?
It's like not, the team is not Red Bull, but yeah, Leipzig, Red Bull Leipzig.
I think I'm gonna give me some more soccer jerseys.
No. You're a fake soccer fan, so don't.
I mean,
You're terrible luck. The last time you wore the Germany
like
jersey,
the
it cost.
Drake of the soccer world.
He really is. That's a fact.
Can I get it? Damn, can I learn?
Nah.
Can I get? I can't become a fan.
I don't even know if you're trying to learn. You're trying to look cool.
And it says touchdown.
Come on, nigga. You're not gonna
Don't
do that
do
when
it
it
like
comes
that.
to sports with me. Like, I might not know the players, but I know the game.
Wayno
like,
got everybody that watches the show thinking like he's some sports guru. This nigga only know about the Lakers. Like that's
Okay.
it.
We're not gonna have sports
I'm
conversations with a non-athletic person.
Okay.
Not gonna do that.
I'm gonna give you the NBA, but just not soccer or football.
All right. Football,
Anyway.
I know. Well, all right, whatever.
All right,
The
whatever.
Lakers was going to the playoffs. Never forget.
Stop trolling. He has no patience for you in this Lakers bullshit.
He has no right.
All right, guys, let's start with some music. So a couple weeks ago, there was a leaked version of What Would Meek Do, where we heard Kanye calling J. Cole a hater. I still don't feel like he was hating, but whatever. Now there's another leak. So in it, we heard Kanye, of course, praising Adidas and then questioning Drake's commitment to Nike, saying, Drake's wearing Yeezys on the low, only repping Nike for promo. So apparently this was recorded, allegedly this was recorded before the whole Drake and Pusha feud escalated. Basically, Kanye was talking a lot of shit and someone asked him to delete all of it.
That's it?
That's all I have.
Yo, he's a liar. I mean, like, he's a liar. Because remember when all this shit came out and he was like, I don't know what's going on. I had no idea that Pusha was going to do
But whoever believed him? How would you EP an album and not know that he was deceived?
Right, but I'm just saying, like, you was in on it too. Like, you was rapping about this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you was rapping about him and he's I mean, I won't even say he's retracting his hand. I think that...
Why did he delete it? Is it because Drake had already sent him the L?
I don't know, but you know what it is? You still got all the smoke anyway, so you might as well have just put this shit out. He still got all the smoke on the Duppy freestyle and fucking sicko mode. He got all the smoke anyway, so like you should have just put the shit out. At least people that had some more respect for you as a MC, which he probably ain't write this shit, but they would have had more respect for him in that realm.
That's true. Ak, if he had put this out, you think Drake would have gone extra hard?
These are weak bars. These are weak bars. Drake would have chewed us up. I mean, honestly, like, personally, I just hate when both of these niggas keep rapping about Adidas and Nike. They both sound like slaves to me. Like, they're like banging over whatever company they with. Nigga, we don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even like when Drake on that checks over.
Okay, but his at least it flows nicely.
Yeah,
Kanye's super corny with it all the
'cause
time.
Come on, Act.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Checks Over Stripes was in the hard line. That was hard line.
Exactly.
But I hate when they're like beefing for these companies.
But
though.
they
You feel
don't.
me?
It's just Kanye. He's never.
I
He's
mean,
always.
I get on it a little bit too. This is just corny just because, like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Kanye gotta do something to make me feel like he's not watched musically, man. 'Cause he's approaching that path like.
You think he's approaching it now?
Nah, because like even when people weren't impressed by like Ye and even Kids See Ghosts, I think some people like. I'm still like I like Ye. I like the project Ye. And I do think that Kanye ain't finished. I think that his next project is gonna be one of the best shit he's ever put out. Hopefully, if not, he's finished.
His next one is gonna be the best he's ever put out.
One of the best.
Yo,
the best.
Honestly, there's a chance.
Like everybody's writing him off. Like
because
I know it sounds crazy to say.
Within all of us, we'd like to feel like that, but yo,
No. I'm over him. But I would say that when he
I never
knows.
thought he could have gave My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy when he did.
Yeah.
I thought
that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but
I didn't
wait,
think he could give
whenever he
Life of
feels like
Pablo when he did
public
either.
perception's really bad, then he tries really hard to put out his like apologetic album. That's the only reason I think why he could do it.
But this
He
is
just
not the
knows-
same. All right, look, I'm just saying that this is not the same Kanye that we all grew up on and loved. This is not the same person. I think that's where we going
I think he's still
wrong.
a musical genius. I just think he's.
I ain't gonna lie though, he ain't gonna recapture nobody's hearts and souls rapping about tennis shoes. We don't give a fuck about
Tennis
it.
shoes.
I'm serious. Like this shit is not gonna
Nigga
be
said
like
tennis
if
shoes.
this is the bars that he's gonna be delivering. It could have the greatest sonics in the world. He could get all the orchestras and do all the things that we love him for, the best soul samples. But if he's rapping about this shit, it's not gonna be what it is. That's why I've been loving the fact that he's into Sunday service and shit.
Stop.
No. Because
You say he started a cult. Stop it.
No. Because I feel like that could get him away from all the vanity shit. Even though that might be vanity.
That's vanity too. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm just hoping listen, this is a nigga who made Jesus Walks. I'm hoping he can.
That was a long time. All right, look. Go ahead.
When I see his moves, at least with Sunday service and like how he's kind of humbled himself a little bit, I just want introspection from him. Whether and introspection doesn't have to come when you're on the good side of things. It could come while you're at a low point. Just looking at yourself and kind of seeing how people see you and you make an assessment of that. That's all I want. I don't want to hear tennis shoes raps. That's not my shit.
So wait a minute. You're telling me Sunday service Kanye is introspective? With his $250 hoodies? Can you cut it out?
I'm only saying I hope.
It just seems like an apology tour.
Look, hope is good, right? Like I think hope is a good concept. Hope is a very good concept, right? Hope is a very good concept. But when we talking about Kanye, all I see is this, right? Like, we will always love for our entertainers to keep the same fucking level of like talent that they always had. Now, yeah, I know he knows music, but I think as far as what he's gonna talk about or what he wants to talk about is nothing that's on a daily fucking plate for you or any of us. I don't think that he's relatable to anybody who grew up loving his music.
Sci-Hi is relatable. He could just write some rhymes that we relate to.
If that's ever, like, you know what I think? I think Sci-Hi might be writing some shit for him, and then he just changes it because now he has this bipolar thing. You know what I mean? Like he has the bipolar thing, which is supposed to be a very serious thing for him that he's going through. But I just think that he's very indecisive in his approach. Like he'll say one thing, and then when the music is coming, it changes. We were supposed to get this Yandi album, and then he got quiet, and then it turned into the Sunday service, and then he got quiet again. And do we know he doesn't say anything about any new music? Yeah. Other people, we supposed to get the Chance to Rap album. How many albums we supposed to get since last year?
Well, I didn't want that one.
I'm just saying, not about wanting it. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm just saying, like, how many albums has he said he was gonna drop since last year? Yandi, Chance the Rapper, him and Shy got an album.
100% in agreement. I'm just thinking that, again, even like you're right. He's very torn. Like, I hate his even new interviews or anytime he speaks because, like even one of the last times he was speaking publicly, he was talking about some bullshit, talking about he's trying to redesign some shit for like Trump. Like, I'm like, what is this nigga talking about?
Did you see the David Letterman thing?
Is that what you're talking about?
No, not that. No, I didn't see that.
Because he said something. He said something wild about like the Me Too movement too. But David Letterman had to check him about that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not on this
like
planet.
When he compared being a celebrity to what being a slave or living under like segregation, something wild like that. The civil rights era, he said some wild shit over the years.
I just think
I feel like there's a 50-50 chance it could be a great album. That's where I fall.
I think it's like 70-30. I think it's 30-70. It's like 30% good, 70%
It's about
bad.
subject matter. I do think, like, shit, instrumental-wise, it might be one of the best albums.
But you don't like instrumental albums. We just talked about this with Tyler. And
he has more spring cleaning to do.
When it all, listen,
let's
just all accept the fact that Kanye is never gonna make All Falls Down again. Like, that's what people want.
That's cool.
People want him to make
that from him.
I've accepted that since, like, he started dating Amber. Like, I knew I would never get that type of content again. But I felt like there was different shit he was worried about that still made him feel a little bit grounded. You get me? Now I just think the shit he's talking about fashion. We don't give two fucks about that.
You don't want to hear about Yeezys anymore. I'm sick of it.
I don't want no tennis shoes raps.
No tennis shoes raps.
Shit, man.
I'm just, what keeps bugging me out? This nigga's been living in New Jersey more than half his life, and he's saying tennis shoes.
I think it's hilarious.
Who says tennis shoes?
Nah, the only reason I'm saying it is because Drake dissed him saying, I don't give a fuck about tennis shoes.
Oh, see how you stir shit up?
And that makes it more even petty. Like, this is what this nigga's beefing over. Tennis shoes. Fuck out of here.
I just think it's funny that he won't talk his shit and stand by it. I want to know who told him to take out the Drake line and the Cole line. He did it himself? He got scared?
I promise you. Himself. Well, think about last year and all the shit we found out about the whole Jay Prince shit and everything, and Drake has the darkest diss song ever. He did that shit. He took it. Yo, he is the person, man. He's his own Truman Show. He's the person behind the curtain and the person acting in the shit.
If I'm Ye, I would have the most revealing album I've ever done. Whatever. What's wrong with y'all niggas, man?
What do you want him to reveal?
Whatever Drake was going to reveal in a diss track.
Oh, stop.
That was the secret that was going to...
So you think he should fucking...
8 Mile himself.
8 Mile himself?
Yeah, but get deep and personal with the shit. I'm telling you.
It sounded really bad.
At this point, what content you got, dog? What content you got, bro? Like, I would get into that. And also, you don't never want to be in a position as a man to have anybody like dangling something above you or like you're like a carrot. Like, nah.
Well,
Get into it.
Look, I mean,
shit. Bella Thorne just did it recently. Niggas hacked her iCloud. She dropped her own news. Fuck it. It's a good analogy. Stop it.
All right, so look,
All right,
after Lauren made like Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, right? Everybody always wanted her to make this the next thing that was gonna come, and I feel like that was her biggest contribution. Like it's timeless and it'll never go anywhere. I think that like for everything that he's done that's timeless and will never go anywhere, we just got to keep that and hold on to that. We're not getting none of that shit ever again. I just don't feel like we're gonna get anything from him again that we're gonna love and hold on to forever.
Only if he produces it and Sci-Hi writes it and he doesn't change the raps.
That's too many factors right now. Like.
And truth be told, it's just only because he's a legend that we've like given him this much breaks, because most niggas who kind of came in the game when he came in the game, they're all washed. Like niggas get washed pretty quick, you know? And whether it's just like literally just falling off or your interest gets elsewhere. You know what I mean? That's why it's admirable when you see rappers past their 15-year mark, like still being on the ball. Like, it's crazy. So, you know,
All right.
I still got hope.
So onto some non-tennis shoes raps now. YBN Cordae, we're waiting for his album. Monday he released a new song and video for Bad Idea featuring Chance the Rapper. So this is the follow-up to Location Ships and Have Mercy. It's going to be on his project, The Lost Boy. Gentlemen, what do we think?
Dope. Like the Scarface flip from my block. I'm excited for Cordae's music. You know what I mean? I think that Cordae is, I said this before, like he has a nice way that's gonna balance out a lot of shit because he's right in between. You know what I mean? Like he's young and he can do his turn up songs like Kung Fu and all of that shit, but he also could give you one of these. And I think that his project is gonna shock a lot of people. I think his shit is gonna shock a lot of people. Well, I
was just gonna say, wait, no.
I mean academics. That's what I mean.
Oh.
I think it's gonna shock academics.
I'm down to be pleasantly shocked because, I mean, it's not that I am above being shocked, number one. Or number one. Number two, like my whole thing with him was that like I felt like the hype came super premature, and I think that's a lot of pressure, especially for a young man. Anyway, I will say this track has me more excited for Chance's music. Can't even lie to you. Chance stole the show for me. Like, I felt, the track feels like it's a Chance track, if you ask me. That type of little slowed down spoken word type of shit, that's some Chance shit. Again, I could be wrong about it, but that's how it sounded. However, to keep it real, you know, Cordae did his thing on it. I'm not mad at it. I want to enjoy his full body of work. I'm not convinced he can make single type records.
Well,
to be honest.
I don't think that's
Ships is cool.
Yeah.
You don't think it's a single?
No, I'm not saying that. I was about to say I don't think that that's his wave. Like I don't think that him making like just singles is gonna be his wave. I think that he's gonna be more of a body of work type of kid.
And that's why I don't want to make judgments based on these type of songs.
Right.
Like, it's cool, you know what I mean? It's probably, they're gonna work it, I could imagine. Hopefully it does whatever it needs to do on the label side or whatever, but like, I'll hear his whole project and content. And also, like, to be honest, like, I do want to see him with some dope features. I don't know if Chance is one of them.
When I was in LA, I got to hear some unreleased.
All right, so that's what I was waiting for. Wayno's been in the
Look at this
studio.
smile.
I was
Look at
trying
this
not
nigga
to
coming here
fuck
with
with
a
him,
cheat
but...
I got to hear some stuff. So,
All right,
you know
Wayno.
what
There's
I
a
mean?
nigga who goes into the test with all the answers written down in the middle
You
of
could
his
have told
hand.
us before we started
Jesus.
filming.
Now, I'm an abracadabra type person on the test. I'm an abracadabra type person on the test.
man.
But I think that this nigga's going to be okay. You know what I mean? As far as his career, like he's going to be fine is what I mean.
This is why he comes back from LA so gassed every time. It's so creative out there.
Well, again, we'll see, but I want some chance to rap new music. I thought he really bodied
Oh,
this.
cool. We're like 2 weeks away, right? Well, we don't have a date, but he said July, so we're coming up on that
These
soon.
rappers lie. Listen to Uzi.
Okay, we can't.
Uzi's been coming
He's in
strong
another
for 2 years now.
Another level. Right, 2 weeks. I think time is
Tory.
up for him.
The hell?
Tory. All right, man. So yesterday we thought maybe Tory Lanez was doing something amazing by standing up for colorism on a video set, but now we're just confused about everything. So one of the models on set spoke out and said Tory was lying about everything that he allegedly staged this. He, of course, addressed this on Instagram and said, if this was a publicity stunt, why would I be doing it for someone else's music video? Why wouldn't I have paid the females involved? All parties involved know exactly what happened in the 30 minutes that I was at the shoot. I mean, one of his reps also sort of reached out and said like that this happened 3 months ago, and he was sent the video in his DMs by someone who was on set very recently. And if Tory shoots all of his personal videos in-house with an in-house team, why wouldn't he do this quote-unquote PR stunt on his own set where he can control the environment and what happens afterwards?
That's why I don't want to believe that he's lying. That's the only reason why, because I've been on one of his video sets and he does kind of direct his video, like himself. I don't know like if he handles all the logistics and shit, but I know that he's like the biggest person doing the directing when it's his shit. I didn't know that this wasn't his video. Like I did not know that.
It's not even his song. He's a feature on it.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, to that question, I feel like the question was rhetorical. It's like one's asking, is water wet?
What do you mean?
Like, I know why he wouldn't do it on his shit, because that's his team that does. Tory shoots the most videos of any musician, period. And he does most things in-house. You wouldn't make your own team seem like that, like they have a colorism problem.
So why do you think he would do something like this to another director? Like,
well, I mean, I don't think he was necessarily trying to do it to the director. That's why he didn't at the director. If he was trying to make a point and be like, yo, that's the dude, he would have at him. I think he was trying to make a point and really get the message across. It's just that when something goes viral, the message is one thing. Now we're gonna figure out everything behind it, and if it doesn't hold up, now the whole thing look funny in the light. Like, to be honest, I don't know. The whole thing seems weird. You get this one random girl who now says she was there. She's saying Tory's telling the truth. She's not in the video. The two girls in the video, they're saying Tory's lying. The director said, it's just too many sides. Again, I think this is one of those things where, like, we should just appreciate the message being sent, because Tory's gonna finesse his way out of this one. like, yo, just get over it. Like, he's not, Tory is not as dumb as Jussie Smollett. Like, let's keep it real.
So should I not read that fan question?
Are we really comparing Tory
This
to
fan
Jussie?
question
Yeah, but that nigga
yeah,
wrote a
of course.
personal check. He was buying coke on the side. Like, Jussie was a dumbass nigga.
He's buying coke
like,
on the side?
Yeah, like he was doing all type of shit. Tory probably got the video, right? He's getting killed by black chicks online after saying something which he thought was a joke. He didn't mean it maliciously. He was like, yo, this girl who, Tory loves self-promotion, right? Like, first of all, you said it.
What?
Niggas under 5 feet, 5?
What did I say?
You said about Bow Wow. Tory loves the attention on himself. Got that little man syndrome.
That's not what I said.
Stop.
I said.
Stop it.
That's not. No. That's not what I said. I said that if Bow Wow was taller. I said if Bow Wow was taller.
If Tory was taller.
If Tory was taller.
Remember when
people
Tory
would
was
show
just
him more
rapping
different
and rap?
respect.
You said it. Tory's rapping at anybody in the world, because low-key, Tory got that.
Oh, no, I did ask him when he was here.
I'm not moderating this part.
No, but when he was here, I did ask him
now.
does his height go into his aggression? Like,
did
is
ask
that
him
a
that.
part of why he is the way he is, why he overshoots not overshoots, but goes hard?
What was his answer? I don't remember. I think he just made a joke. Probably.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. He was trying to make a little jokey joke, bad timing, bad subject to joke about, and he loves all the attention on himself in his song. People took that as like, whoa, you trying to capitalize over the Ayesha Curry thing and just trying to like prop up some white chick? Whoa, we not having that. Now he's getting a little fire. He's dropping a lot of songs, which are, by the way, the Chicks tape is coming up, right? Let's think about it. Like, he needs the support of all the black melanated queens, right? And Vanessa, what's wrong with you, yo? I'm over here painting the picture. You're about to fall off. And he probably gets the video. I'm not even saying he ain't get the video, right? He gets the video. And hold on. There's so many things coming to mind.
Yeah, run his back.
go
Run his
ahead.
back.
This is the second time we get phantom footage of Tory not knowing he's been recorded, but it works in his favor. Remember the Travis Scott
Travis
thing?
Scott, yeah.
Y'all remember this shit?
Oh, yeah.
Look, Tory has a secret cameraman.
Nah, come on.
Stop it.
You're not gonna do that.
Stop
You're not
it.
gonna do that, man.
Tory got a secret cameraman.
He don't have no secret cameraman. Tory was all right with the
So
Travis
who was
Scott shit.
recording right then? Like,
Alright.
you clearly see two cameras, bro. You
Alright.
see two cameras.
Yeah.
Why someone clearly recording, steady as a motherfucker, no handshake, no nothing, no talking in the, well, they did edit out the fucking thing. Or
audio.
you could hear, but it's like the music playing. He gets that. I think somehow
Fucking
either his
Inspector
team,
Gadget over here.
I think either his team or somebody, maybe his team,
He's a super sleuth.
think about Travis' situation. He has that video, and I think he comes up with a narrative around it. Not meaning to hurt anyone, but in turn, it does hurt someone because people go to find out the people involved. And also, that black queen who was supposedly called back on the set, She's extra salty now because she's like, wait, I'm not in on this and I ain't getting nothing out of it. I'm gonna expose you, nigga.
Okay.
That was a lot.
Damn,
That was a lot.
academics.
Dragging
Jesus.
act.
Come on now.
No, but with the Travis shit, wasn't like Tory standing towards this way and like they was filming Travis from behind, Paul? Like
it came out when Tory's album was dropping. Come on out.
I don't want to think these things about Tory Lanez.
right.
I don't, because he's a good guy. I don't want to think these things about Tory Lanez.
Is one of the greatest guys, like in terms of like personality.
I don't like him being compared to Jesse Smollett. Like, I don't like that.
No, he's not as dumb as Jesse.
Yeah,
and I would hope like he wouldn't stage a hate crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
this is not a hate crime. Well, should I read this question or
Yeah,
not?
let's read this question.
All right, just because Ak already answered the question, he's gonna.
what?
Heard you guys talking about the Tory incident on today's episode. Do you think if it comes out that Tory really staged the incident in line, he'll be canceled like Jussie Smollett, or will this be worse? Worse? No. Ak said he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be just fine.
Fine. Like just think about, honestly, that is a very true problem in the industry, and whether or not it really happened here, bringing some type of awareness to that,
Yeah.
I do think that's a very positive thing.
Okay.
You get me? I think this is one of those things that even Tory's like, could y'all stop looking for the truth and just think about the message?
Yeah, all right. Don't worry, Tory, we're done with this topic. We're never
my
coming back
fucking God,
here, man.
man.
All right.
Don't do my
We
man
love
like
Tory.
that.
By the way, Tory got to come back up here.
Yes, he do. Yes, he do.
We got a couple fan questions for you guys. The first one, Young Thug's new song seems to be fading away already, even with the Cole and Travis feature. Why do you think solo Young Thug records failed to create a major buzz? So just in defense of this song, The London, which both Ak and Wayno thought was mediocre. I mean, you guys love the Chris Brown Drake song. I didn't like it that much. But anyway, this song, even if you didn't personally like it, debuted on number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100. So it's Thugger's highest charting song as a lead artist ever. So even if, I don't know, the internet's not loving it, it's still doing well somewhere.
Okay, no, but I'm gonna keep it 100. You know why I think that Thug shit isn't resonating? I think that Thug has done a lot of sacrificing for his other artists to like eat. Like, and what I mean by that is, what's his name? All right, you see Gunna, right? Mm-hmm. Gunna is one of the hottest young niggas in the game, and now Lil Keed, right? I think that he's probably taken a lot of steps back to help them get their shit right, because when you think of YSL, you don't really. I don't picture a crew like how we picture Dreamville and nothing. Mm-hmm. I just know that like behind the scenes, Thugger is probably helping them with their music, not writing, but getting them right. You know what I mean? Getting their shit together as far as like beats, production, everything overall. And it seems like as Gunna and Keed are rising, Thug is like kind of taking more in an executive role, but you don't really see it.
I never thought about it like that. I just always remember that video of like Leo telling him it's like he drops a bunch of random songs and never like takes care of them like kids or whatever. So the songs are just scattered about the universe, but he never puts together like, although he's had some great projects, but that's an interesting take on it. I never considered that.
That's the only thing I could see. You know what I mean? Because these guys are going, and they're going fast. You know what I mean? They're going, and I know that it's taking time because they've been around him for years.
Yeah.
But now that they're coming out, they're going really fast, and they're kind of like, I wouldn't say passing him, but they're reaching like places that he was once were at when he was younger. You know what I mean? So I think that he's been taking time back to get them right.
You think that's why? Executive Thug?
Nah, I think Thug is just like the ultra creative, almost like a 3 Stacks in a way, but like I don't see him getting a hit with like a formulaic record. I think a lot of times records I've liked from Thug has been kind of unorthodox, and they end up performing well, but they don't have a big feature on it. You get me? So it's like, I feel like this record was a little bit contrived in that, hey, we got 2 dope features on it. We know it's gonna do well just based on who's on it on paper. But it might have not been the most catchy song, one of Thug's best joints. Like, Thug has dropped a bunch of songs that people just fuck with constantly.
I didn't realize none of those had charted. Like those early songs, like Best Friend, all of those, they were great songs, right?
And he was, well, that was also through a different time. I don't know what his deal was at that time, or if he was, Thug has been a victim of, supposedly, and I read this thing, like he was in 4 deals at once.
Yeah, he was. He was trying to like 3 or 4 deals at one time.
Like it's all fucked up, right? Okay. So those records, I remember they would drop on like, they'll drop on World Star, and then you wouldn't see them on iTunes. They're on DSPs. So when records aren't getting work like that, yeah, they're not gonna chart. And those records were great. He was going through a run. You know, of course, he slowed down a little bit, but I'm not going to say that's the reason why. I just don't think that's the record. I've always thought that Thug needs to have a dope executive producer or A&R.
Like J. Cole?
Well, someone who could consolidate his music and be like, hey, let's go with this, let's go with that. Because you remember one of the things that plagued him during the early parts of his career, looked like the nigga was putting out everything he recorded. As soon as he said something in the booth, that's coming out. You get me? He was dropping tape after tape and felt like he was flooding us with a lot more quantity and quality. Now, you know, he slowed down, and I thought, like, you know, he's been getting better with putting out quality records. I just thought this wasn't the one.
You know what I think is also happening? Thug not doing his hooks no more, right? At the top records are the records that's rising the most, right? Like Lil Nas, Old Town Road, who on the hook? Him. The Baby, Suge, him. Cardi B with Money, her. Press, her. Like the records that's rising the highest now is people doing their own fucking hooks. And he hasn't been doing, like when Ack was saying that, I'm just thinking like, you said best friend. I'm thinking about all of the joints that Thug had that was going. It was him all over the hooks.
You're right.
He hasn't been doing none of his hooks.
I didn't
lately.
need Travis on the hook of this song.
Yeah, it's like he hasn't been doing his hook. So it's just like, I think the hook is the biggest part of the damn song. Right. You know, when it comes to making records, you know, and he just hasn't been doing his hooks. That's another reason. But I think that he's taking an executive role. Like he's just chilling a bit.
Aren't y'all like Travis out a little bit?
I am.
When I heard him, I was like, oh my God, Travis, you here too, bro?
I know disrespect to him because he's super talented. He's
You here too, bro?
He's on every, yeah.
This nigga say,
Like, we love Travis, but it's like, damn,
man.
this nigga everywhere.
Yeah, you can't get away from him.
All right,
You
well.
remember when it was throwing Chris Brown on everything when it was the DJ Mustard Beats era?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, yo, it could be Tyga, Chris Brown. Could be Ty Dolla $ign, Chris Brown. Like, damn, this thing is like a fucking condiment.
What? All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So the song is at number 12 now. Maybe it keeps on climbing. Maybe it's a grower, not a shower. Shower, not a grower. I don't know. Whatever X says, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
I don't know
say
what you're
it all
talking
the
about.
time. All right, we got another fan question. Why have artists abandoned personal websites, apps, fan forums in this rich data economy? Rich data economy. I like that.
Duh, social media. You don't need, like, you don't really need, not that you don't need it, but like, it's just like, and I hate to like, journalism isn't where it used to be only because kids are not reading to listen anymore. I had to buy a magazine and sit down and read an article about why I should buy this album next month when it's coming out. That's not the case. You like a 15-year-old kid, like a Lil Tecca, one of them, they don't need a billboard write-up to get a 12-year-old to listen to their music. They go directly to the source. So I just think like now, when it comes to social media, you don't really need websites the way you used to, unless it's like to sell your tickets or to sell your merch. Yeah. But people are not, like, the websites are not controlling the music anymore. It's all on the streaming services.
And you just IG Live if you want to talk to you.
Yeah, you IG Live. You got the direct connect with everything. You know what I mean? The thing is that every artist can't start their own media site. So everybody just uses Instagram because it's the biggest promotional tool you have. That and, like, Snapchat.
Wait,
and
no,
TikTok
did you ever hit your favorite rappers on MySpace?
Nah, I mean, I was in the game when MySpace was out, so nah, I didn't do that.
Black Planet? Anywhere?
Nah, I
when
never
it was like, he was too cool to...
Nah, I never did that. The only thing I used to do when I was a kid is, like, if I seen somebody, I would go talk to them. Like, I ran up to DMX before when I was a kid.
Everyone was in Harlem, yeah. We know how direct contact.
Yeah, I mean, but that was the thing. Is like, I would just go, if I seen an artist, I would just go say something to them. But I didn't, like, by the time MySpace and Black Planet, all that existed, I was already, like, well, not Black Planet.
You were already popping, you're saying?
No, I wasn't popping, but I was in music. So it was like...
Makes sense.
You know?
Makes sense.
This is a great question, by the way. I do think it's kind of sad that, you know, Wayno's right. He's right to a certain extent, like in terms of people using social media.
Thank you, academics.
But that doesn't give you the data. Like if you run any digital business, which a lot of this promotion shit for music and marketing is digital, you need all the data. So if you got like a huge fan, and I mean like every company, whether it's Facebook or Spotify, they give you in limited amounts. Like even SoundCloud does it. Oh, hey, your biggest fan who listened to your album 3,000 times lives in this city, right? And they kind of give you like, it's a walled view of your fan, of that particular fan. I mean, shit, I like the model that Ryan Leslie was into like a couple of years back, and still is actually.
Which one?
Where it's pretty much harvest all the data, right? If they like your music, it doesn't have to be direct to consumer. He does direct to consumer, but you have their email. You have like, you would see way more sales rather than people going to, oh, well, the way we connect with our favorite artist music is we got to just go to Spotify. Yeah, they're not going to buy your record. if you could reach out to them personally, which I think people should do, and they do it to some extent with merch. Like, trust me, when niggas is selling merch, trust me, they're getting everybody's email addresses, right? Because they're gonna say, yo, say, I would imagine Wayno does it for like his artists, or like somebody does it on behalf of you, right? Like, hey, one of Wayno's artists about to drop. Everybody who bought his shirt, hey, the album's coming out. I mean, they do it for Nicki, they do it for Travis. You know what I mean? That's customary. So it's just not done in the sense of a clunky website where it's a, hey, go to the OVO blog spot and check out what's going on, or, you know, like, no disrespect, but even like Lil Wayne HQ or something like that. Like, people are so quick with it. These days you realize niggas is too lazy to get off Twitter to go to
They are, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so remember, like the last, I ain't gonna front, you know who had a lit shit, like Yams, like remember his Tumblr? Like his Tumblr was basically almost like a platform like How You Built, or like a Say Cheese, where like you can go directly to, now you could go directly to Instagram. It's like before we was going on Rap Radar to get all the new music, or Nah Right, or SOHH, or all these different sites. Now people just go, because like you said, people are really too fucking lazy to click out of one app and go to the other one. That's like even down to posting pictures. You see how like most people who, if they post like a series of them, it gets more engagement when they just post one, because people don't even want to do this. For real, like that shit is crazy.
And social media has killed those sites really on a targeted type of wave. Look at Instagram. Try to type in www.nba.com. They ain't making that shit clickable. You gotta go open up Safari if you got an iPhone. If you got an Android, you suck. But you gotta open that shit up and type it in. So like imagine like the only thing works is the link in the bio. That's the only place there's a clickable link on Instagram. And they make it certain that you're not leaving that app. And even then, it opens within the app.
Right.
They're trying to tell you
Within the app,
nothing you need to leave Instagram for.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, thank God they haven't put clickable links in comments, because that would be a shit show.
Oh, man.
They can't do that one.
It's going to be disgusting.
It's going to be viruses for days.
Right. It's going to be disgusting.
Hey,
Good question.
Frank Ocean is still keeping Tumblr alive. I think he might be the last one standing.
Wow.
Thank you for that question. We appreciate it. I think we have a couple more.
By the way, I always look at independent artists. I think they need to capitalize on the data and shit like that. By the way, like even with like say, I know we had Steve Stout up here, him with United Master. That was the only thing that was really like stood out to me. They promised the artists that they're gonna give them all the data, like even more data than what you see on like Spotify for artists. If I'm like say Chance, I thought that's how Chance like really. Of course he had connections and shit, but like really capitalized, even Russ to a certain extent. When I had a conversation off camera with Russ was very in tune with like a lot of data. Like he wasn't one of those people that says, hey, I'm gonna let the label interpret this shit. Like he felt like he was really in tune with what his demographic looked like, where his fans are, where he could do different, where he's gonna do different quantities in terms of sales, streaming, or even tours. He knew that off the top of his head.
Right.
So I knew he's looking at some type of data. So data is still very important.
Artists are getting smarter. Some of them.
Some of them.
Like it's like the NBA. Like niggas know exactly what part of the court they can shoot. Better.
Okay, academic.
You don't know that shit?
Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
All right, here we go. Out of all the rappers who own their own label, who do you think has done the best and why? I'm talking about building a good roster of artists and helping them promote their music the right way.
This is a really, really, like, could be a really long question, because we got to talk about eras, but like, more. I think this is a more.
Let's
recent,
say current, yeah.
Yeah, currently, it's kind of tough. I mean, you see like Dreamville starting. You know what I mean? Like Dreamville. I don't feel like Dreamville has even like started their real run or push, because it's like now that Cole has got all of his solo albums out and everything, and they have released like the Dreamers and everything before. But now it seems like they're gonna get a good push. Can't say TDE because that's not Kendrick's label.
Yeah.
It's tough to think of a lot, because even the ASAP crew, it ended up being like Rocky and Ferg. Like everybody else didn't get the shots that they had, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough. I think that one of the newer ones is gonna be interesting. Is gonna be what can I say, like the baby. Like with $1 Billion Baby.
Oh, he's building his.
I mean, only because like Charlotte is a whole new market that people are now paying attention to. So that's gonna make people like open up their eyes on. And he has like one artist with Stunner that I know, but I'm pretty sure he has like 4 or 5 more. coming. But it seems like they off to a great start. He understands himself. He understands his artist. I think he's gonna be good. But
It's interesting. It seems so early for him. Is Yo Gotti signing more people too? Because
I was gonna say CMG.
Yeah, CMG.
I was gonna say CMG, MMG. It's a lot of G's, right?
Yeah,
CMG,
but MMG was like a while ago. They like more recently. You haven't seen more MMG interaction. Like
so this is how I kind of interpret this question, right? It's like it's not only because everyone has their run. Where it's like, hey, this is my label, and you put a couple guys on, and they might be lit for the moment. Shit, G didn't even have that, right? It's usually, I could judge that success off what happens after. And, like, I think with, like, MMG, like, I've been waiting, you know, Meek with the Chasers and everything like that. I've been waiting for him to, like, that could have been with our little Snoop, unfortunately passed away, right? But that's how I kind of judge it to be like, damn, that's kind of the lineage. I would have to say, even though it's been filled with a lot of just stories about niggas robbing the money.
Cash Money.
Yeah, Cash Money.
Right.
Cash Money.
I knew you was going there.
Cash Money, YMCMB.
I mean, you know what the thing about Cash Money? Because Birdman made a good point one day. He was like, there is no more Rockefeller, there is no more Bad Boy, there is no more, like, Rough Riders. He just was naming all of them and not taking none away from them, but he like, we have stood the test of time. Regardless of, you know, the bullshit that went on, Drake is still on Cash Money, Nicki's still on Cash Money, Wayne, Blueface, you know what I mean? Now, like, you know, whether you like them or not, they still got to hit records with them. So, I mean, in totality, I say Cash Money, but newer labels is kind of hard to pick at the moment.
I like CMG, though.
Yeah, I like CMG. I mean, the thing about CMG is they buying everything in fucking Memphis. Like, if you coming out of Memphis, you go through.
Like the Memphis region fascinates me just like Charlotte. Like, because when artists come out of that region, like, I'm usually like, these niggas hot? And then everyone's reason is like, yo, they've been hot for here for like years.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
like, damn, how we just find about it so late?
I mean, the thing is like we always get it late because even when I was younger in 3-6, like the way I found out about 3-6, like my homegirl, she had family in Memphis, so she would go down there and bring the tapes of the CDs back and put us onto it. But it's like, I remember the first time I went to Atlanta when I was a teenager and went to like a party and they was playing 3-6 and everybody knew it word for word, but in New York, nobody knew it at all. You know what I mean? So they've always had their, like down there, they always kill their shit. But the reason why they don't come up here is because don't nobody pay no money up here to see motherfuckers, for real.
New Yorkers are a tough crowd.
Absolutely. All
right, so last week someone, I guess using Chris Brown's account, left some shady comments under Carucci's, I'm gonna say Carucci's boyfriend, under Victor Cruz's IG, we know who he is, just saying, you know, just upgrade your man. The next day, Chris Brown hit Instagram to deny that he did this, saying that he was hacked. People going out of their way, just leave them alone and stop creating unnecessary drama. Whoever's been DMing any of my followers or commenting as me is lame. You guys usually have a good radar for this. Hacked or not?
I don't know, yo.
Chris Brown's a liar. You know, like, Chris Brown was off something, you know, probably said that. So all good. You miss your ex sometimes.
Something?
Yeah. Could be the Henny. I don't know what this is. I don't know.
Does the Henny make you do that? You're a Henny expert.
Yeah, are you a drunk texter, a sloppy drunk texter?
The Henny does make you do that. Now, sounding so salty, the Henny would make you probably say, I miss you. Like, it's over, but you're like, I miss you. You know what I mean? Like, yo, remember what we had. This shit right here, it was just like, yo, flat out hate. That was just salt. It was just like, that's the same level of salt that Khaled had when Tyler got #1. It was just like, yo, it's just hating that somebody else is happy.
You know what's crazy? I mean, if he, giving him the benefit of the doubt, if he was telling the truth, nobody would ever believe it because they always attach him to anything Carucci does.
You know he's not telling the truth.
I said the benefit of the doubt, bro. I don't know. I do not know.
So diplomatic. Yo, you know that nigga not telling the truth.
Ooh, Chris Brown? I mean, you don't know.
Not telling the truth, but it's fine. You know, like I think it comes across as hateful and you know, like if you're gonna put out that type of energy, like, yeah, people are going to be a little bit upset about it. But I do think he meant it well.
What?
He's saying what he means, bro. Just
Chris
like
Brown,
academics every day.
Chris
he
Brown,
loves hard.
He's a lot of things. He's a stalker. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
So, all right, you going left. Let's not do this.
Thank you,
See
guys.
when Chris Brown pull up on a curve on her on some shit? Stop, man. Yo, we can't call a spade these days. And he admitted it. He admitted it. He said when you,
stalker?
yes, he put this on the gram. He said when you date me, I'm a stalker. That's what he said. I'm not making it
It's just not cool. That's what I'm saying. That shit is just not cool.
No, it's not cool. Well, Chris Brown said this himself.
Roger, cut the lights.
Right, yeah, it's over.
Nah, y'all acting like O'Shawn. Chris Brown said this himself. He said, I'm a stalker.
Word. Hey guys, thank you for watching Everyday Struggle. We'll see you here
Look at the
tomorrow.
cars.